Good evening, you guys. Let's give another hand to our Cuesta College jazz musicians. My name is Nicholas Trujillo, the president of Alpha Gamma Sigma, our honor society we have here on campus, not a fraternity, to clear up some of the misconception. I'd like to welcome staff, faculty, deans, advisors, and most importantly, teacher honorees. We are gathered here this evening to recognize teachers who are committed to student achievement and success. I would like to also say, after the commencement, if the honorees would stick around, we are going to be taking pictures here in the back. And before I begin, I would like to introduce our executive cabinet of Alpha Gamma Sigma, who would be presenting awards this evening. I am Nicholas Shearer, I already introduced myself. I'd like to introduce Randy Griffith, our Vice President of North County Campus. Randy, would you like to please come up here? Richard Gallegos, our Secretary. Wei Chu, our ICC Representative. Sarah Renteria, our Activities Director. Alex Headbunny, our Historian. And Scott Williams, our Newsletter Editor. Unfortunately, Joseph Way, our Publicity Director, Angela Mathias, and Katie Sylvia are unable to make it. Okay. Our first honoree this evening has shown exceptional dedication to the students through the ability to relate class assignments to the current environment of her class. I've had the pleasure of having Carolyn Whale as a professor for the past 2 semesters and have been challenged to realize my core strengths as a student, colleague, and friend. Her ability to recognize your bad days and willingness to listen lets you know that she really cares. Her course objectives brought to light my strengths and weaknesses as an individual, which has allowed me to grow and become the person you see here before you today. Ms. Whale is more than a teacher who inspires her students to reach new heights in their academic endeavors. Her maternal love for her students really shows by her commitment to student achievement, and it brings me great pleasure to honor Carolyn Whale this evening. All right. An outstanding teacher is one that truly cares about the success of the students, and Petra Clayton has clearly demonstrated this quality. She keeps her students interested in the material by finding fun and creative ways of presenting it in class. Her enthusiasm for her students' success shows by how much she offers out of class. She has inspired her students to be passionate about their academic pursuits rather than focusing only on the grade. Petra, please come to the podium.
Professor West is an instructor who has a devotion to both English and to his students. Both personally and professionally, he is an honest and committed person and focuses on each one of his students. As one student states, Professor West doesn't teach a class, he teaches a student. He has the ability to focus on each student's fear and weakness in writing and eliminates it in a language that a student can easily understand. Students praise Professor West for his accessibility and a commitment to each one of his students. As one Alpha Gamma Sigma member writes, English has always been a difficult class for me, but Mr. West's approach just clicks. I viewed him more like a coach than like a teacher. He set aside time in class to review essays and discuss research approaches. He was always very eager to see you in his office hours and always wanted to help. Professor West has shown us all a passion for English and the advancement of student knowledge, and that passion does not go unrecognized. Congratulations, Professor West, and thank you for sharing your knowledge with Cuesta College.
I went green, so. Good evening. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Anthony Coinger. Woo! Yeah, let's give it a round. Come on. Dr. Coinger is not just a history teacher. He tells the story of humanity's past, our trials, our mistakes, and our successes. His classes are exciting and engaging, helping students relate to history and pay close attention to important details with his iconic cat faces as bullet points. Excuse me. There we go. The downside of actually having a little thing here. His passion for the college and his students is energetic, magnetic, and welcoming. Students don't want his lectures to end. Students praise Dr. Coinger for his love for his students, his love for cats, Dodge trucks, and most of all, Cuesta College. And tonight, we the students give him our many thanks for his support and his enthusiasm and his utmost dedication to Cuesta College. Come on down.
Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody, and especially my mom and my grandma that made me possible. Thank you.
It is our honor to award to Peggy Wright, who is an excellent math teacher. Peggy Wright might not be the easiest, but she does have the biggest heart for her students. She really cares and pushes her students to work in groups. Her expectations for her students are high, but she helps us see past the material by relating it to our daily lives. Would Peggy Wright please come to the podium? Please.
Good evening, everyone. Our next honoree is a very effective discussion facilitator who has many thought-provoking and in-depth discussions that allow his students to hear different perspectives on controversial subjects. He encourages his students to be open-minded, modeling deep thought and discovery through respectful, constructive debate. Someone who is always very laid back and open-minded. A methodical, critical thinker who has a great outlook on life, yet still has strong beliefs and interesting discussions, even on polarized topics. Would Ronald Finger please come to the podium?
This next instructor brings great energy and passion to the classroom. As a result, her lessons are clear, simple, and entertaining. They are capable for any student to understand. In addition, her ability to lead the class discussions without bringing criticism to students makes the class experience educational and productive. Because of this, the students are more likely to participate in class and learn from their experience. She also treats her students with respect and promotes academic achievement. Catherine Zapirian, please come to the podium.
John Fetcho has influenced the success of students at Cuesta College in countless ways. Students are taught not just to memorize formulas or to learn by repetition, but they are given a solid understanding of how and why those principles are used. One student noted that by taking his class, she has gained the fundamental building blocks for her future math classes. That same student is now able to tutor other math students because she has a deeper understanding of the mathematical terms, rules, and concepts behind each lesson. John Fetcho has left an indelible mark on my own successes at Cuesta College. In the math lab, I particularly valued his macro view and presentation of the subject. His unique instruction allowed me to fully grasp particular formulas, which I could later use in a wide variety of applications. John's expert skill set, along with his authentic enthusiasm for all levels of mathematics, has helped me gain confidence and love for math that I had never had. Thank you for sharing your innate gift of the subject with so many of us. Don't think he's here tonight. We'll make sure he gets that.
All right. With the rare combination of competence, passion, and patience, Dr. Robert Schwenneke is an incredibly gifted teacher. According to his students, he can effortlessly transition between basic algebra and his linear analysis class. He can make math interesting, which in itself can be quite a challenge. Make it interesting by constantly answering the age-old question, when would we ever use this stuff? By assigning application problems. He is always willing to help his students outside of class, office hour, or not. If a student does not understand a certain problem, he can always come up with a unique approach to that problem with a level of patience that often approaches infinity. We honor Dr. Robert Schwenneke tonight for his constant desire to both challenge his students and to watch them succeed. If you could please come up.
So I'd really like to thank AGS for giving me this honor. It isn't every day that we get to hear back from the students this appreciation. The instructors, we put in a lot of work, and we don't always get the positive feedback that we're getting tonight. So thank you very much.
Next instructor we would like to recognize for excellence in teaching is Silvio Favoretto. We all know how demanding, difficult, and sometimes frustrating school can be. And a teacher who can recognize when to lend an encouraging word and reignite a student's enthusiasm for what they are striving for is invaluable. Silvio is a teacher. Silvio is a teacher of particularly that caliber. Silvio, please come to the podium. And this is the close of our ceremony. I want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. This is our second annual Teacher Appreciation Night, and it's been a huge success. Our professors are put in a lot of hard work to give us students the knowledge we need to succeed. Providing recognition for this effort is the least Alpha Gamma Sigma can do. We enjoy this event, and it would certainly not be possible without our sponsors. We'd also like to recognize Gil Stork for being in attendance with us tonight. Thank you. And I want to give thanks to all. I want to give thanks to all the Alpha Gamma Sigma members that are here tonight, and of course the Cuesta students. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys, thanks for coming out. You guys mingle, and thanks for all your hard work that you've given to Cuesta College. Yes, and pictures. Please stick around. We have plenty of food in the back. Eat up and stick around for some pictures. Thank you.
Right? Was there any missing line? Oh, you weren't here last week.
That was good.
I think we knew you.